What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to take you through one of the awareness drills that I did in one of my recent sessions with one of my college soccer players. This drill is great because you get to work on passing and receiving, footwork, while at the same time working on your awareness. So I bang that technical workout and I get to work on that awareness at the same exact time. So that's good for me as a trainer, kill two birds with one stone. Obviously it's good for the athlete as well, because in a game, you have to be able to have that good technical ability, but also see the field at the same time. This drill is great. Minimal equipment, you can do it alone if you have walls. You could even add some partners as well if that's easier, if you have the numbers. So it could be a team session or it can be an individual session like you're going to see in the video right now. For this awareness drill, if it's a one-on-one session, you'll need two walls. For me, I'm lucky enough I have a piece of glass. Again, this glass isn't any normal piece of glass. It's not going to break. It's meant to be hit. So I have glass on one side as my first wall. On the other side of the athlete, I have that red wall from Quick Goal. That's my second wall. So two walls are needed, one on each side of the player. Besides the two walls, you will need 4 cones or 4 markers of any sort. I have 2 colors out there. You'll see I have red cones on one side and I have yellow cones on the other side. So I have a red touch line and a yellow touch line. You'll see that's very important for this drill. And lastly, the coach, meaning me, in my hands, I have a red marker that corresponds to the red sideline, and I have a yellow marker that goes along with the yellow sideline. That's all you need. 2 walls, a red sideline, 2 red cones, and a yellow sideline, 2 yellow cones, and a red marker that goes with the red side, and a yellow marker that goes with the yellow side, and obviously a soccer ball. Another important note, if you have other players, you can substitute the walls on each side for players. So you have a target player here, a target player there, and obviously the player working in the middle. And you can have multiple groups of 3 going at the same time. As long as you have that one extra player, maybe it's the player who's resting, the 4th player. He could be the one that's holding up the markers. So you really can get 4 or 5 players working at the same time if that's the numbers that you have at your session. So now, to the drill itself. You're going to see the athlete's going to face the one wall right in the middle. When they play the glass or the wall or the other teammate, whatever you got, they're going to check their shoulder. They're going to see that I'm holding up a marker. If it's the red marker, they're touching to the red side, playing the wall, touching back to the middle. If it's the yellow side, they're touching to the yellow side, playing the wall, touching back to the middle. They play the glass again and they check their shoulder again. If it's red or yellow again, they repeat. If it's both at the same time, they have to switch, turn around and switch ends and continue. That's the other option. When they get to the other side, I changed it up. Instead of cutting and passing like they did on the glass side, on the other side, I had them going touch Cruyff. So when they played the red wall, I had a color up, red, touch to red, Cruyff it back. If they played the wall and saw yellow, touch the yellow side and Cruyff it back. And at any moment, if I throw up both, they have to spin back and head back down to the other side and continue. Usually for me, down and back would be a rep. Depending on how long you want your athlete working, for me, I think I had them going maybe usually 3 reps on average, so down and back 3 times. But again, every set, depending on if you messed up or it was clean, I change the numbers, every now and then. But usually 3 reps, down, back, down, back, down, back. And the extra note that I added in, you don't have to include it, but in the video, I'm randomly yelling me, like literally me. If he hears me say me at any moment, he has to find where I'm standing, play the ball to me, and I'm bouncing it back to him. But the key is, you'll see in the video, I'm moving. So I'm moving around to different areas, and he has to find me. So in review, the one side, it's all about cutting, passing, cutting, passing. The other side is all about touch Cruyff, touch Cruyff. I want it passing on one side and footwork on the other. My color markers, red and yellow, is telling him where he has to go with that ball. And I like the other one, both colors, he really has to think and quickly turn and switch ends. And lastly, if it's not hard enough already, if I say me, can he find his teammate, get it back, and continue? Again, I was going down and back 3 times. You do what you feel is necessary. But again, this awareness drill is perfect because you have footwork, you have passing, and obviously you have to be aware of a lot of different things at the same time, just like a real game. Now, here's a clip of the drill being executed in a full set. Now that you understand the drill, you have the directions, you have the example on video, you've seen it, you heard it from me. Some of the key points I think for the player is, staying relaxed, finding a rhythm, not panicking. Like in a real game, you watch those midfielders on the ball, they're relaxed. You watch your local high school team down the road, it's a panic, right? That's the main difference at the highest level. They're always aware, they're always 2 steps ahead, they know what's going on. You can't trick them. So I'm running around with these markers, trying to make it difficult on a certain player. A high-level player doesn't even budge, man. They're super calm on the ball, the touches are out of their feet, they're not panicking, they know what's going on in every moment. That's why this drill is perfect when it's trying to carry over to a real game. Key points for a coach, make it difficult or easy, depending on who you're coaching. You can dumb this down, you can make it harder, depending on who you're training. Take a part out, take the me part out if they can't handle that. Maybe you just start with just the one end, cut pass, and don't do the turn. But if they can handle all of it, give them everything, challenge them, see how it goes. And you also can change it. I went cut pass. Maybe you do a touch pull on one side. Maybe on the other side you change the move. It's completely up to you. This is just one example of a base. You can get creative now with this and just tweak it the way you feel. Maybe you have more people. How can I work in a 5th, a 6th player? Can I have them rotating through this drill and not have so much downtime? You gotta be creative, sit down with your pen and paper and figure out how you can make this drill work for you.